Keiko from Brooklyn Shoe Space. I hope you can hear me. Have my headphones on. Today, Shoe Talks is with Julia and Lislie of QQ New York. I've met them at my studio. Sorry, what are you looking for? It's in the bed. She might have thrown it. Sorry, it's bedtime for my daughter, and I failed, and she's still awake, and so now I had to pass her on. Yes. So I met Julia and Lislie a while back, right as they were starting their own line of shoes. They came to make samples at our studio, and they made their first or several prototypes. And then they went off to find a factory, and then before you know it, they had their line going. We'll ask about how they started, how it's going, and all that. So let's see if they are on. They're not on yet. If you have any questions, let us know. Ooh, I think that's Julia. Let me see. So send to Julia, then maybe. Hi.
Hi.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good. I'm gonna see if Lislie can join us also. So I'm gonna see.
Yeah, I think she just logged into our Cuckoo Instagram.
Okay. Oh, it's
on that
Cuckoo.
one.
I always called you QQ. Sorry, it's Cuckoo.
Oh, it's okay. It's our first time ever trying this, so.
Yeah, and now this is actually my first time doing 3 people. So let me see if I can find. Search Cuckoo. Nope. Oh, nope, not on yet. It's okay. We'll see when she joins us.
Okay.
Yeah. Ooh, Margot.
Maybe it should go through to her. Oh, Margot's my aunt.
Oh, that's so great. All right. Well, how are you? Have you been? How's COVID? Like we can just kind of start too. Or can you hear me? I think you're not hearing me.
I'm trying to text Lislie.
Okay. It's okay. Yeah, no, thanks for coming on. So how have you been? How has 2020 been?
It's been things have really kind of calmed down a bit. Sorry, she's texting me. Yeah, so I mean, we got kind of put on pause for sure, like everybody else at the beginning of the pandemic.
Right.
And there was very little activity. We had been working on some new styles, and everywhere in the world where we work and our factories are all out as well. So we just kind of slowed down a bit, but in recent months we were able to finish our production and get it here. It was a bit slow, but we finally have it, and we're excited that we have a couple new styles out on the website now for spring.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I saw the cute little daisy sandal.
Yes, yeah, I have that here actually. We have this daisy sandal and our little espadrilles, which I don't have a pair with me at the moment, but
okay, cool.
Yeah.
Wait, waiting for Cuckoo New York. I don't know if she accepts the request, then I think the window it'll just all split into 3.
Okay.
Did you find it? The pacifier magic. Yeah. Well, I mean, before we hear from Lislie, I guess we can just go ahead and talk about a little bit about you, how you got into shoes, and where are you, Lislie? Oh, okay, yeah. I don't know. Okay, let me try again. You just have to accept it, right? So I think I'm gonna go live in a room. I'm gonna search Cuckoo. Hold on. Cuckoo. Nope, I don't think she's here. She has to watch me to go live, I think. I think she has to watch me to go live. All right.
She just joined, it looks like.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, okay. Under Lislie. Okay. How do I join? So I'm gonna just invite you. It says unable to join. Oops. Okay, we're waiting. It's okay. I think whenever she comes, she'll come. It's one of those, I think. Right? Hold on. Yeah. Invite to join. So I guess I didn't know. It's really new that you can talk with more than two people at the same time now. So, all right. Let's see. Yeah, espadrille colors. Yeah, I saw the black one. I wonder if there's other colors. All right, hold on. I don't know how it goes. It says unable to join. You know what? I think, do you think, I wonder if Lislie can join us using the cuckoo. Hey, are you okay?
All right.
Hey.
I'm getting text from her, so if I get a text, I have to pause it.
Oh, okay,
I
okay.
think she's trying to figure it out, but she
I
doesn't see
think,
any prompt to join, and there's no.
yeah, actually, Ron can be annoyingly enthusiastic. I want to see like the espadrille colors. I think that's what she means. Espadrille colors. There's
Oh, I don't think
black,
I saw that.
yeah, the black on the website, but
Yeah, we just have one. We just have the one color, so we made only the one in the white with the black elastic.
view request. Yes, go live. Yes, got it. I think I just accepted. This is
Oh,
waiting
cool.
for.
Hi.
Yay!
Hi.
Wow, this is amazing. Hey.
So I had to use my phone. It doesn't work on the computer.
No,
Oh, is
it
that what you were
doesn't.
trying to do?
Yeah.
So like I was like trying to look anyway. So I figured I'd try it on my phone, and then there was a thing you can request to join.
Right. Okay.
FYI, everybody.
Yeah. Sorry, I totally didn't. Should
No,
have told
no.
you. Yeah. Yeah. It's all like
No,
iOS stuff. Right. Awesome. Thanks for joining.
Yeah, sorry for the wait.
No, it's okay. So, how are you feeling? Are you feeling better?
Because I have COVID. Yeah.
Really,
no, I
though,
feel much
seriously.
better.
Oh, good.
I feel much better. Yeah.
Oh,
and I
good.
don't think my symptoms were as bad as they could have been. So,
Right.
that's
Okay.
like, yeah.
Oh, good, 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 good. How did you two meet? How do you two know each other?
So
We
you
worked
were just
together.
asking how I got into footwear,
Yeah.
and I actually
Yeah.
interned with Lislie when she was at Derek Lam,
Uh-huh.
and I got an internship there, and I happened to be working with the accessories department, and
Uh-huh.
I met Lislie that way. Yeah.
Cool.
That was what, 2011?
Yeah, 2011.
Wow.
Yeah.
And then you two were kind of like, we should totally do something together. Were you always talking about that? Like, while
No,
you
it was
were
like
working?
much longer.
Yeah.
No, because like Julie interned with us in 2011, and then she decided to go do her master's at SBA.
Yeah.
Yeah. So she was like away for 2 years, and then she like rejoined Derek Lam again. Like I think during the time you were in school, right? You had like come back and did.
Yeah, I came back and helped you out a little bit, and then when I finished school, I was reaching out to Lislie, and she was looking for somebody to fill a position. So
she basically had a job waiting for her because
that's not,
it was so great.
Not really.
Yeah, that's awesome.
It was
just good.
It worked out
timing
really
too
well
and worked well. Awesome.
Yeah.
And that's how you met. But then
how did you both like get into footwear? Like, were you always loving shoes when you're growing up? Did you study it? Did you like? It seems like, Julia, you studied accessories design and then you went to masters as well.
Well, I actually studied anthropology and Spanish,
Oh.
and then I moved to New York and was doing odd jobs, and I got this internship with Derek Lam. That was my first introduction into footwear. I had never really thought about it as a career path before.
Wow.
But I really enjoyed it, and that's kind of what inspired me to go back to school.
And then back to school, when you went back for masters, you went specifically thinking about footwear.
Yes, yeah. And that's where I met, that's where I had Marcel as my professor.
Right.
Yeah.
So you went to SCAD. Oh, wow. Very cool.
Yeah.
And then you came back to New York right away.
Yeah, I was like, get me back to New York. I was counting down the days.
Yeah.
Like, I really was. Yeah.
For undergrad, were you also at SCAD or somewhere else?
What's that?
For undergrad, for like the anthropology and Spanish?
Oh, University of Colorado.
Oh, Colorado. Okay. Oh, wow. Oh, cool.
Yeah.
And then like, so that was pretty new, but then once you got into it, were you really into the designing? Were you into making? What was your,
I mean,
like,
going to school was amazing for the making side of things. I loved that, as hard as it was, like with the timeline and the pressure of the schedule at school. It was just so rewarding to be able to actually make a whole collection of shoes.
Yeah.
I wish that I had some more experience in collection, but I loved that part of it. But then I guess once I got out of school and started sketching and sending drawings and specs off to factories, it's just like, it's so exciting to see things coming in made. You send off a sketch and you get it back from the factory, and it's just like, oh my gosh, this is incredible to see it made like professionally.
Right.
Yeah.
And then what about you, Lislie? Like, how did you get into footwear? Did you study or did...
So I did my BA in clothing at Parsons. And at the time there were no like solo like accessory courses.
No.
So, I basically did like the whole, women's wear degree. But like during that time, like there's a guy called Howard that everyone knows.
Yeah.
Yes. Who was like the most amazing, like incredible shoe teacher. Yeah. And so from that, it was really like, wow, this is so much fun. But you just never think that like, oh, this could be like a career, because who makes shoes like or design shoes? It's just not a thing. Right. So like once I got out and like I was working at DKNY doing like knitwear, I was kind of looking for like side freelancing jobs, and I'd applied for a position at Sam Edelman. And then it like turned into like, do you want a full-time job? And I was like, yes, I want to just do shoes. That sounds amazing. So that's kind of how I got like a taste of like what shoe as a job would be. Yeah. And then like a few years later, I was like, oh, I should go back to school and do a master's in it so I can really like, learn like everything about shoes, because all I had was really like a degree in like clothing, which is helpful. But I think it's that's nice.
Where did you go for masters?
I did it at Cordwainers.
Wow.
Just like a part of London College of Fashion.
Yeah.
That was also because I'd worked for 4 years and I was just like overworking and was like, I just want to go back to school because it's so fun.
Yeah.
To be in London, so.
Yeah. And then how long was that course? Which one did you
take? It was 15 months and I stretched it to 2 years.
Cool. And that was like,
it was a great school.
Yeah. Was it for like making to designing to everything and like having a collection at the end?
Yeah, so you have to make all the shoes that you designed there, and that was like for me such a shock, because I never made a shoe from start to finish. Like we were just sending sketches to a factory, and then it would show up, and you'd be like, "Oh, this is it." And having to go to school where a lot of my classmates actually had made, like they did their BA in footwear too. So they knew how to like make patterns and like what the hell these machinery did, you know, it was like really daunting. Like, you know, you feel like, oh, I've worked before, so I must know what the hell's going on. But no, it's like, I'm an idiot. I don't know like how anything works. Like, why am I even a shoe designer? Yeah. So I would like wake up really early every day and go to like use the technician's help and like basically like teach myself through like YouTube and stuff.
Yeah, wow.
It's like really janky, but you know.
Wow, that's amazing. And then you, at the end, you had a collection of your own as well.
Yes.
Like,
yeah.
Oh, very cool. And when was that when you went? Which years?
2008 to 2010.
Wow.
Yeah.
So cool.
So I'd like worked for like 4 years and then went to London for 2 years and then came back and started at Derek Lam.
Oh, wow, cool. And then were you designing or were you like product developing? Or
Designing.
Both?
At Derek,
designing.
Yeah.
Do you both like designing more than product development?
Yeah.
But I think it's like, I think like the longer you work, the more you kind of have to do both.
Both,
yeah.
You know, yeah.
Right. Wow.
I mean, I think for Cuckoo, it's
how did it come about?
The product, like the Cuckoo side of things is really much more about product development. You know, we have a couple products, but it's one thing to design it, and the majority of our work is really trying to get it made.
Yeah.
So.
But initially you made the prototypes. Like, did it help to have a sample to send to a factory?
Yeah, that was like one of the funnest things was using your studio space. And like taking like, I don't know, a month or 2 months to make this prototype. And
you came after work and you're like doing a couple, 1 hour here, 1 hour there, which is cool.
It's so funny though to see our sample next to what the factories made.
Wait, do we have that sample?
When we made it, we were just like, this is the cutest thing I've ever seen in my life. And then we get these beautiful samples in from Mexico and our thing looks so janky next to it. But I actually, Keiko, I saved our patterns that we made, and
cool.
I'm gonna make this is like something I've thought about for so long and never did it, but I wanted to get a little picture frame and frame it for our studio.
Yes, you should. Totally. And then, so did you already know from being in the industry, like which factory you wanted to work with, or was it like a whole journey trying to find a factory that's going to work like well for your styles and your category and like quantities and everything?
The first thing we talked about was that we didn't want to work with China because it was too far to travel to and it's expensive and the time zone and whatever. And we started dwindling it down to like what we really want is like a place that we wanted to visit, but could also work and vacation at, you know? So like Mexico kind of came up as like one of the places that would be so great. It's close by. There's like NAFTA, you know, which is like great benefits. So that was like kind of the starting point.
And did you have to go visit to find a factory, or were you able to find factories from being here?
Well, we did work with some agents, I think originally, and then I'm trying to remember the timeline. If we did that,
we used a lot of our contacts. We like asked around to see if anyone knew of any like agents that could at least like make some introduction, like just to get things going.
Right. And then you visited to make the samples. How many times did they make samples? How many rounds of samples did you make to get it right initially?
We went through, like we talked to a lot of different factories. And we actually went through like the government has like programs and people that they can like assign to our brand to help us connect to more factories. So one of our trips was like meeting somebody from like the government, and you know he had like taken a few of our samples and started to like reach out to factories that he knew. So by the time our trip was over, he had connected us with like at least like 3 or 4 at the time. And we met them. They came to the hotel. Like, we showed them the samples, and we kind of were like, okay, we're gonna leave, so like, you know, take a few weeks to like copy it and price it and whatever. And then, like, you know, just through like trial and error, like things like people would fall out, or they would just completely like stop communicating, or it wouldn't price right, or they couldn't do like a lot of the testings. They weren't like set up to export to the US. So there were like a lot of things we were learning as we were asking questions, and vice versa. Yeah.
Questions.
That was like one of our early trips.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Right. And did you always like want to do like children's shoes? Is that like, how did it come about? How was Cuckoo born? Like, yeah, what's the birth story?
I don't know
And the
that
one
either of us.
style, if there's like a backstory to that one style, the first style.
I don't know that either of us had really. I mean, I had never thought about children's shoes. I don't know if Lislie had.
No, you did. No.
Well,
yeah,
I remember
like,
like, when we started talking about it, but.
Right. Yeah. I mean, I don't know exactly like when in my life I thought about children's shoes. I think just in general, like people just have a very like, you know, they like find baby shoes to be super cute just because they're like miniature size shoes. And but yeah, like when I had left full time to go freelance, Julia was like, "What are you gonna do? You know, now that you have time to do stuff." And I think one of the stuff that I said was like, you know, like kids shoes would be really fun. And she's like, "I want to do kids shoes too."
Ooh.
And I was like, "Let's do it." And we're like, "Yeah, okay."
We basically came up with our first style and like during this whole conversation in the back of a cab, like going back to I think Lislie's house or going back to Brooklyn one night, and I think we just kept like bouncing ideas off of each other of what type of shoe we would want to make. And I think part of it was also just there's so many ideas you have as a designer in women's shoes that you know, you can't ever do everything. Some ideas just aren't really feasible when it comes to what's trending or what's saleable. And with kids, we just felt like there's an element that's a bit more emotional and fun, where you just have this like great reaction to some really like interesting details. So we felt like it could be a good way to just use that creativity.
Right. And then start with one style, and it can be like for your forever baby kind of. Yeah. Oh, cool. And you started with that one style, and then you kept on growing it. Like, is it like every year you're introducing new styles? Now this time around, it's like a new season. You have like a sandal coming out. I feel like you are bringing out new styles. When do you work on these things? Like, I'm like impressed because you're also working full time too. I think, right?
Yeah. I mean, the new styles, you know, they kind of just come as they come. There's some things that we've been working on for longer than others. It can depend a lot on the opportunity of what factories we have available to us. So I don't know that we have like a very specific timeline, but you know, we're trying to be more seasonal about it. Right.
Yeah. Are you always gonna have your cute first pairs, like the first styles available? Do you have any styles that you like already like took out of your collection?
We had the well, no, I don't think there's anything that we wouldn't.
No, it's just anything that's sold out.
To. Yeah, some things are sold out, like that amazing cowboy boot. I don't know, Kiko, if you ever saw our cowboy boot. Yeah, we sold out of that. We've been that's one thing that we would love to bring back maybe in the fall.
Right. Oh, cool.
Yeah.
And they're all Mexico, or is there somewhere else too? Do you like just work with multiple factories at the moment?
Mexico, Peru, and then we do have the little sock, those little guys.
I got
this
that
is
one.
This is China.
I got that one. It's so cute.
And our puzzles are from Mexico too.
Oh yeah, I wanted to hear, how did you get into like, now you're doing toys, the puzzles, so cute.
We just found this amazing puzzle maker in Mexico on one of our trips, and it's a really great company. It's very simple. They it's one man that started this company, and he hires deaf and mute people to work and make these puzzles for him. It's just I think it's it's a like a table saw, and
but it's your designs.
So
design
we designed like a few kind of New York City styles, like our little taxi here.
Taxi, so cute.
So we sent him the designs, and he can recreate it, and they use all these
Wow.
We just noticed that like a lot of people wanted like entry price point gifting items, and like from having the little knit stockies at $35, they were just like something that you didn't have to like think about too hard, but they were great for like first birthdays or baby showers. And I think we've always wanted, Cuckoo to be like a lifestyle brand. So having like toys and like cute things that a lot of our friends were having babies, so to see them like have toys that also look nice on their shelves and things. And so that was like a lot of like why we also wanted to introduce toys and other things. Yeah.
Oh, cool. And what's your inspiration? Would you say like your friends' kids, or like was it just cute things, or what would be your inspiration for all the designs?
I think all of the above. I think when we started, it was like, I mean, for me, it was the beginning of all my friends, like my friends beginning to have kids and family, and I think Lislie too. So just kind of like having something that we felt like was contemporary and a little interesting and stylish for those kinds of, a lot of it is like what the parents want to see their kids in, as well as like what the kids will like. So
what's the process of designing? Like, do you usually sketch first, or do you usually make something? Do you get inspired by other styles that other brands have? Like how do you work?
I think we both just with the wallaby, that was our first idea, that we just loved that type of style. I'm trying to remember what our conversation was about the wallaby. I think we loved the natural crepe and talking about the elastic laces.
We like the whole preppy, preppy idea of like, I think like we talked a lot about like just our backgrounds also, and like, like what we grew up being familiar with, so I think we were just going through like a lot of classic styles. And I think working at Derek, who, takes a lot of like very classic things with like a twist and modernizing things, which I think we both like aesthetically like really, understood, and like feels very much that's like also a part of how we like to design.
Right.
So I think we were just kind of looking at like what's classic style, something that we can really have as like a Cuckoo staple, but like always update with like fun materials and prints.
Right.
And I think the wallaby was just something that we really had always wanted to see a miniature version of. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, and it also just felt fun to do them in some kind of novel materials and like bright colors. You don't see that as often.
Right?
So
usually it's like the suede basic colors. I Meet in New York says, where do you get the soles for the wallaby?
Oh, I just saw that.
I guess in a way, the factory sources for you in this case.
Our footwear factory worked with a separate factory that made the actual soles, and then like there's a factory that makes the uppers, and they do soling, but because ours are stitched through construction and they're crepe with the wedge, they would ship the uppers and the soles to another factory to do the stitch out.
Wow. It has such a process. That's so crazy. For new styles and stuff, how many samples do you have to go through to make it like right? The one that you like for you to be like, okay, this is it. This is good.
I'd say we probably average around 5.
Wow.
Yeah.
Or so.
Yeah.
It'd be nice.
And working with Mexico, like it can span over the frame of like a year.
Wow.
Like it
Yeah.
has, you know.
It has.
Like I think we started one thing during COVID, and I think we only just saw it like we finalized it and got production a year later.
Wow, wow, wow. Well, it is COVID too, but I guess
Yeah.
1 year, I mean, it's good to hear because also like there's a lot of people who want to start their own line and they come to you and they really want something really quick and like you're like, well, you're not
Things
gonna
have
be like
changed now.
yeah. And also you're not gonna be on the top of the list or the line, and
Yeah.
also like the samples, like how many times like they some people really want to see something really nice in the first try, and I get it, but it's like it takes time. So like to hear from professionals, that that's what it is nice to hear.
I think what really helped us the most is being on the ground in the factory.
Yep.
One, just for like the ease of communication, but in the time frame, and just like being present there is just like puts more urgency on getting them turned around. So that was super helpful.
For every style, do you try to go, like for the sample phase, do you try to go there and visit?
We have, for sure. I think this newest round of production, like our new Daisy sandal and our espadrille, those were all being made during this last year. So we couldn't.
Right.
But we were there to kind of hand off the ideas originally.
The beginning of COVID.
In terms of like looking at protos, and we had to do it we did a lot over WhatsApp Zoom video chats.
Wow.
A bit complicated.
And
like with kids, like people, it's, you don't really have kid fit models. So you're just trying to find the, our product development person has like a 4-year-old that we can throw it on and they can walk around, but you just have to hope that the kid likes shoes and that they're willing to put it on. So it's always like a little tricky doing that, but it's always fun too because we find so many parents that are excited to help out.
Oh, cool. But for the sock ones, like the prints, you can do forever different prints. Are you gonna keep on bringing new like prints and colors for the leopard, or is it just
we thought about other like stripes and like fun patterns and stuff. That was almost like our first trial into that space of like doing something injected out of China. Because they, like for the molds and all of that, it was definitely easier to go to China to do that. And it worked out really well. They were able to do like a custom knit, and we definitely want to do more business with her because we really liked working with them.
Yeah. And the prints are so cute. You almost want like even same print, different colors or something.
Actually it'd be really cute in other colors.
It would be, because like originally that fabric came from a place in Mexico that had like tons of other colorways that was also really fun and like psychedelic. It would be good. That's a great idea.
Cute. I got it, and then my daughter just grew out of it in like a week.
Really?
So I passed it on to another child. But
what size is she now?
I think she's like a 6.
Oh, I think that's what our Daisy sandals start at.
Oh, okay. I'll check it out.
And we only have 27 pairs. I just want to put that out there.
Gosh, wow.
Because and they took forever the flowers are made in Brazil. Like it was a huge operation to get this thing.
These
it's
flowers
gone through like so many different sampling factories, and we were able only to make 27 pairs, so they're really special. So I think get on it.
It's gonna sell out. I gotta get on it. Okay, it's on the website now, right?
I'm gonna publish it.
Do you usually like always order small, or was this like a special case of like, all right, they can only do this much?
We were limited because we were only able to get a certain number of flowers.
Oh,
and then through like the prototyping and all of that, the the supply dwindled a bit. So
Yeah.
we only had so many, and yeah,
Wow.
we'll have to see how they do. And because we
Yeah.
also really loved the idea of doing other colors in this as well. But you know, start small and see how it goes.
Wow, that's cool.
We do like that it's like kind of exclusive. Like, you know, this is like a limited batch, like our cowboy boots.
Yeah.
You know, we sold out of those and they were really special, and we wanted to see if we could sell something at $175. But I think because the quality was so amazing that it did sell out, and at least we know now that we want to, like, we can cut other patterns, and you know, it's a good indicator, to test for it.
Yeah. And I feel like the boots are also like you can, I mean, it might not be just for one child. You can really pass it on, you know?
Yeah.
So,
sure.
Oh, that's cool.
Mm-hmm.
What's your favorite process of shoemaking or designing? Like, do you miss making, or you're enjoying the designing and the process of getting it from the factories? Like, you do it so often that you see like your progress, that you're okay with it, or do you, what's the process you like, the favorite part? Sorry, I'm like putting words in your mouth.
Okay. I feel like sometimes, I think for me, I mean, I do really miss the making side of it. I think it'd be amazing to do like what Lislie did and be able to go back to school. And I did that before I started working in shoes, and she did it sort of in between. It'd be really nice to be able to do that again at this stage. But I think, I mean, one of the things that I like about working in footwear is that there's so many stages to the process. And so kind of when you're a little bit tired of working, like doing one stage of it, you get to start the next, and you're like, oh wait, I do like this part about it. And then, you know, you finish off a season and you start with like a whole new concept, and it's really inspiring, and you get to dive into more research, and you just kind of like open up this new world that you can delve into. And I don't know, I always find that like I'm constantly changing my mind, like, oh, I love this part of it, or I love the sketching, or I love getting the shoes back and like cutting them up and trying them on and taping them back together. It's, for me, it's like being able to do all those different types of steps that are all very different. What about you, Lislie?
And what about you, Lislie?
Yeah, I mean, overall, like all parts of it, like I get what Julia's saying. It's like, you know, having one part like allows you to appreciate the other parts. But I think I've always like loved a place where they had the time to really spend on like developing, you know, where you can be really thoughtful about like what you're designing, like how you're problem solving before you're sending things off. And I think especially now it's like so tired of just like throwing things against the wall just to see what sticks, you know? And I think making shoes actually buys you the time to actually really think about every little like stitch, you know?
Yeah.
Exactly. And I think that's like the part about shoemaking that we probably miss the most, is because you're really getting to like be tactile with everything and like just take the time, you know?
Take the time, I
think that's like what we probably miss the most, being in like the industry, just churning things away, you know? Right.
But then for your line though, you are spending a little more time.
We take a lot of time.
Which is awesome. I think that's
no, it's great.
You know, and you are like putting thoughts into your design and like the process and like every little detail, right? I think. And then
for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. We have so few products that it all has to be really meaningful.
Yeah. Oh, and I think we forgot to kind of mention you, Julia, you still work in the industry and you're working full-time as a designer.
I'm full-time at Kate Spade.
Right.
And Lislie's working too. She's freelance.
I'm just freelancing,
Yeah.
Which is also really like 24/7, I'm sure.
Yeah, especially when you're COVID, I'm just working in the middle of the night. Whenever I'm awake and not passed out or feeling sick, I'm working.
Oh my gosh. And then also factories overseas. It's like the hours different, time difference and everything. Oh, right? Like I feel like you're like up all the time at nights and you know.
Yeah, with not being able to travel now to the factories, we've been doing a lot more calls with China, and that's
From home.
usually
Are you?
awfully late. Yeah, it's like
Yeah, are
late
you?
at night, correcting
Mm,
shoes over Zoom.
right. Wow.
I
And
mean,
then
better to be able to do it on Zoom than
nothing.
But
yeah.
not, yeah.
Right. But then do you have to also work during the day from like a certain hour, like
Yeah.
9 to 5 plus
Yeah, I mean,
hours?
I think in
Or
our
you have,
industry, or at least the places that I've worked, it's really about getting the work done. So
right.
it's,
It's
but yeah,
okay.
typically I'm working like regular office hours, and then but that's those nights times Zooms is every couple weeks. It's like one night every couple weeks or something like that.
Okay, so it's not
Yeah.
every night.
No.
Okay. Okay.
I wouldn't work during the day.
No, that's crazy. What do you think, like in your line of work, like what's the hand tool that's essential to your work that you can't live without? Is it like, do you use iPad?
You
Do
mean
you
like a
use
shoemaking tool or?
anything? It can be anything. I mean, shoemaking tool, great, but like, I guess like
Oh,
with your
my
design, do
hands,
you
for sure.
like some people say, yeah, hands for sure, but
Yeah.
pencil, some people say iPad, some,
Yeah.
what do you use? iPad?
Measuring tape.
Measuring tape, yeah.
I love my measuring tape.
Yeah. And hands for sure. Do you
Yeah.
still hand sketch?
Yeah.
Yeah, I still hand
You
sketch.
do?
Yeah. I mean, I use the
Wow,
iPad
cool.
and all of that too. But like when everything, when you run out of battery, like, like your hands are never going to fail you. But also there's mechanical pencils.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
No,
like
yeah.
my mood changes a lot too. Like sometimes I want to use the iPad and it's great, and then sometimes I just find it faster to hand sketch, and yeah,
And
it
then
depends.
would you, after hand sketch, would you scan it in and then digitize it like Illustrator?
And then
I
put
don't
it in the
typically
iPad,
do
like
that.
on Procreate. Yeah.
Oh, Procreate. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd probably more likely just sketch over it in Procreate or something.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Yeah. Yeah. iPad's great.
It's so nice.
Yeah.
It's
I
therapeutic to paint on there. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's so like the lines are just so beautiful and
right. Do you
But
use
you
the
can get
pen?
that with a pencil. No, you can get much better lines with just your hands and the pencil, like a good pencil,
yeah, but when you scan it in, and I don't know.
Yeah, then it gets all
like the transferring it into Photoshop and having that like really crisp line when you want to do CADs and stuff is I think that's what I like about it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you also sketch your, I think I already asked, do you sketch your baby shoes too?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Cool. Share with us. I would love to see.
I think we've had some posts in the past where it's been like sketches but yeah, we'll do more of that because I think we do a lot of like illustrating and like fun stuff on our iPad when we're traveling. Like all those puzzles are drawn on our iPads,
Oh, cool. That's really cool. And then I love on your website your portrait. Did somebody draw it for you or did you guys draw it?
No, my friend in Italy who's like this amazing illustrator. I just like asked her to draw us like a picture of us, like an illustration. Yeah, and she just like nailed it. She like does a lot of like caricature work and stuff.
So cute. It was so cute. Yeah. I also usually ask shoemakers like, what's your favorite machine? I know you guys don't use machines on a daily basis, but like imagining your factory. I mean, I know that you guys made shoes before, so just kind of imagining your shoes. What's your favorite machine?
That's a good question. That's a fun one. Yeah.
I don't know.
I could go to now think back to the whole shoemaking
for your shoes.
I mean, there's something. I don't know. I love all of it. I like the making of the shoes.
I'm gonna say the gluing
fun
machine,
with
and people
the,
are gonna
heavy
judge
machinery. What are you gonna say? The heel?
No, it's at the gluing machine. but then people are gonna be like, well, you know,
Oh, because you
did
like,
she, like,
do you like to sniff the glue?
I like to sniff the glue a lot.
Because
But no, I think the sanding wheel for me is like so like sanding the
Yeah.
insole boards. It's like I could stand there all day and just like it's so therapeutic and it's just such a nice thing to zone out to. It's a little dangerous to zone out to, but
right.
Yeah.
Cool. Do any of your styles for baby cuckoo shoes like use like specific machine that like you've never seen before in the past, or something special?
I mean,
Or
I had
not
never
really?
made it. I had never worked with an injection mold before we made this one.
Yeah.
And like since then I have, but that was it was really fun because the woman that was doing the product development for us, she was sending us all the videos, so it was really interesting for me to see how that's actually made.
Yeah. Is it kind of like an iron, kind of like a mold, and you just?
It's now I'm trying to remember. It's like they have the sock over. How did they do this again? They had the sock over a post, right? And then like something clamps down around it and it injects the rubber into it.
Onto the
all,
base of the sock, yeah.
Yeah, it's all completely attached, not vulcanized. It's just like yeah, molded onto the sock.
Infused onto it. Wow,
Yeah.
that's cool. That's so cool. Who I was gonna ask, I have so many questions, but do you have a motto or mantra that you live by, or a company life mantra, whatever it is?
I think this is something that we really wanted to have.
Yeah.
What's that?
Yeah, I don't know if we have something that we live by, but I know that like, you know, since like the really early days, we'd always wanted to find a way to like give back somehow. You know, kind of like the whole Tom's thing, just because it's like, you know, we're so lucky to have like so many opportunities and to do what we love and stuff, that it's just nice to be able to like keep doing stuff and then also be able to give back in some way in what, you know. But that's, you know, it's a very loose like thing that,
yeah. I was thinking the motto is like to travel. I would love to I like to, like, that's my, or maybe my goal is like travel with work is like one of my lists of things I need to do more of.
Yeah, it's kind of like building the life you want to have, and building a business with that in mind, knowing that it can open up opportunities for us or open up experiences for us. And I think having started this company, we really have done that. We've had some amazing trips. And, you know, I mean, even just the experience of going and seeing factories in different parts of the world and like, has been really incredible. I mean, some of the places that we saw in Peru, which, you know, we saw like a spectrum, and it was pretty eye opening. And so, ways,
I think we're having fun and like learning and, you know, growing through building something together, which is ultimately like the best case scenario, really.
Yeah. You guys always look like, or seem like on Instagram anyway, like you guys are just having fun with each other and, you know, like just developing all this samples. It's like, amazing. Well, if you had all the resources available to you and like no worries about life, what kind of shoes would you like to make, and for who?
I mean, I would love to be able to be like full-time in Cuckoo and just being able to really dive further into some of the ideas that we've had. And, you know, it'd be incredible to just have a factory at our disposal where we could just test things out.
Yeah,
for that, I would love to do that.
Yeah, you too, Lislie?
Same. Yeah, I think we've always wanted this to be like a huge like lifestyle brand that we can, like, anything we want, like if we wanted a shop or a boutique hotel that's a Cuckoo thing, you know, like anything, just like, because if just, you know, something that we want to like be able to work and live in, you know. So anything goes.
Like, anything goes. Okay, cool.
We're just starting with shoes, you know.
Starting with shoes. You'll get into home goods, maybe more.
Yeah, exactly. Yes.
Yeah.
Right. What practice would you keep that you adapted during COVID that you would continue? And what do you think would change? Like, I don't know.
I started taking guitar lessons during COVID over
Oh,
Zoom.
over Zoom?
Yeah, so I
Wow.
hope that if things go back to normal, I kind of previous before COVID started, like if you had 2 extra hours a day, what would you do with it? And to a colleague of mine, and when COVID happened, and I was like, well, I don't have to commute anymore. What would I do with those extra 2 hours? I decided
Yeah,
to pick up guitar.
that is
And I
cool.
just hope that if things go back to normal, I still have enough time to do it.
Time to
Yeah.
do it. Yeah. Do you have to go back to the office anytime soon or not yet?
I'm going to go tomorrow, I think, for a
Oh,
couple
okay,
hours.
okay.
Yeah. No, I
Yeah.
go in every once in a while, mainly for proto reviews or if we have samples coming in, and
Mm-hmm.
we have our samples, the final
Yeah.
shipment coming in tomorrow.
Wow. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
And then in that case, do like a team of you go, or is it just you, or like?
I mean, our team is pretty split up. So I'm the only designer that's based in New York at the moment in footwear.
Oh, wow.
And we have our PD. So there's like, it'll be me, probably our woman, the woman that does PD for us. And then oftentimes it's our technician. It just
Right.
depends on what's going on.
Right,
Yeah.
right. Wow, wow.
Mm-hmm.
And what about Leslie? Do you think you'll like incorporate something or change anything from what you've been
I mean, I
recently
kind of
doing?
feel like for a freelancer, like COVID's
Yeah.
kind of just been this, it's exactly like everyone's just experiencing what we experience most of the time, which is like working from home
Working
and
from
like
home.
there is no 9 to 5 because you're
Yeah.
working all the time, you know?
Time management, I guess. Yeah.
Yes, yeah. And a lot of like going crazy and so, you know, like needing to get out. It's just like, yeah, very
Yeah.
similar things. But so yeah, for me, it's like I don't really have anything that changed drastically. I just like ate a lot more or like cooked a lot more, but that's about it.
Right. Yeah.
The
Yeah,
same
yeah,
old,
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Do you take interns? Do you need like help kind of for the company?
Yeah,
We've
we had
an intern in
interns.
the past.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
And they were
cool.
great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. We would
But
love
I mean,
interns.
now with COVID, it's like, yeah, we haven't really had any need for that because we're just doing stuff like, and it's dwindled a bit.
Yeah.
But if anyone wants to intern, of course, like it could be for marketing and things could be done remotely. So we're open to it.
Okay. Oh,
Yeah.
cool. I'll take note because there's people who ask and I'm like, I can't host you, but maybe somebody else, you know? Where do you personally or professionally want to be in like 3 to 5 to 10 years?
Casa Cuckoo. Our
Yeah,
boutique
like
hotel.
Cuckoo's just big enough where we can
with
like,
our own sample room.
where we can just totally, and like a little shop in like really fun places, you know.
Yeah, right now
like have much more of a global presence for sure.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Fun. Right now you sell direct to customers mostly, but do you also sell retail as well? Like I saw some like little baby.
We're on Masonette.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
And we used to sell on anthropology, which was amazing.
Wow.
When they were kind of like dabbling in like kids. And we have some like stores in Williamsburg that we sell at. Yeah, just to have some like physical presence if people want to check it out.
Yeah. Oh, cool. Which stores? Like the children's stores?
Berlin 65. It's on Grand.
Oh,
between. Yeah. It's like right across the street from Supreme. But it's like this really great store with like Turkish towels and like jewelry and really pretty things. And they have like our baby shoes for like gifting also.
Oh, wow. Cool.
Yeah.
That's cool. And would you try to do more retail like that? Or I guess more of your own shop one day is like your goal, maybe.
Well, I mean, we love being in people's stores because it's like cross marketing, but it's also like we like, you know, targeting other people. Like, you know, at a museum store would be amazing, or like at a bookstore. Just like you know, so
Yeah.
because we're
Yeah,
also
yeah,
catering
yeah.
to people like us, not just people that have kids. Like it could be for
Right.
gifting or, you know,
Right,
like
right.
family. So
Do you feel like
yeah.
do you feel like with the puzzles and like getting into toys, you can expand more, like into the museum world and like the hotels?
Yeah, that would be great.
Yeah, that'd
Yeah.
be great. Hmm.
Yeah, I love that, like the whole New York theme. Do you guys have? You had a pizza?
Yeah,
I want
Mhm.
to
I have the
see
pizza. I have the pizza right
pretzel.
here.
I want to see pretzel
Yeah, we
pizza.
have 4 things in the series.
There's the
Yeah,
The
what's
hot
the
dog,
fourth one?
pretzel,
Hot dog.
pizza, taxi.
Yeah. Do you have a pigeon? Ooh,
We
A
cute.
thought
pigeon
about
is
a
such a
pigeon.
good idea. That's a great
Ah.
idea.
But I guess, but then it's like, what shape, right? What's the,
Well, we
I
had
don't
a
know.
penguin, and that did really well.
Oh,
Here's
oh,
the
cute.
Yeah.
Oh, the
pretzel.
pretzel. Oh, it's so cute. That's so good. It's pretty big, actually.
Yeah,
You
like
just
Yeah.
hold it
this
like that.
pretzel to scale is not to scale with the piece of pizza.
Oh,
But
Like we also want,
you
we also
know, you
want
Oh.
things
just
to
use
be
your
like
imagination.
not too small, so like kids can choke on it too.
yeah,
You know.
yeah. Oh, this is great. It's so cute. Are you gonna have shoe versions of it? Like, like your
Yeah,
silhouette?
we thought about doing like our like kaboom shoe, but as a puzzle.
Yeah.
Yeah, like there's so many great like fun things we want to do with the puzzles, and they do
Yeah.
really well, and they're like easy to like get in time.
Yeah.
And we like
Oh.
supporting that business. So yeah, so that's like
Yeah.
I think that's something we can roll out quicker every season. And shoes, it's like something that might take longer.
Takes longer to develop.
Yeah, so the
Yeah.
puzzles will just keep things fresh and like have like new products. Yeah.
Fun.
Mhm.
Yeah. Squirrels. No. I don't know. Something New York.
I love the pigeon though, because that's so iconically like New York, you know?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Or the coffee cup or something. Yeah,
Yeah, the coffee
we've
cup.
thought of all sorts of ideas and
Yeah.
have
Yeah.
Yeah.
the pigeon
Yeah.
could be really cute. Or like
Yeah.
two little pigeons. Yeah, something.
Yeah, two, maybe together. Yeah. Oh, so cute. I'm hoping that like, what's next for Cuckoo? Like, what are you working on now
I think
for this next season, or what? I guess not season, but like,
well,
yeah,
I think
what's next?
I mean, we're really excited about the two new shoes that are little daisies and the espadrille, and then I mean, I would really love to get back into the cowboy boots again.
Cowboy boots. Ooh, cool.
Yeah, we have people asking for them a lot, so
Yeah.
it's just
Yeah.
we work with like inventory material, like stock material,
Right. So
which is good because we don't want to like develop new. Oh my God, someone has some ideas. Statue of Liberty. Oh, because of like some buildings.
Oh, we did think about New York buildings. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah, because we also like there's maybe copyright stuff, but yeah,
Right.
those are great ideas. Also.
Yeah.
I kind of love the whole story that you actually just draw on your iPad, and that, right? You were saying that you draw on your iPad and then
Yeah,
or
the
I don't
puzzles
know,
and
but
stuff. Like that was when we were traveling in South America,
great.
and we were just like doodling, like new ideas for puzzles on there. Yeah,
It is amazing. Yeah. Well, so yeah, okay, cool. The cowboy boot sounds fun. I'm looking forward. Like you were saying, it's dead stock materials.
Yeah.
So sometimes it's hard to get quantity, right? It's like limited edition.
Yeah.
But I think also like in general, we've always talked about doing adult size of like the kids things.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
And we have like a lot of our friends asking for, I want that in my size, like
really
You're
mommy and me.
Every style, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Would you do it? I guess it's
we've been
factory.
developing things. We've been making prototypes because they are fun. They're like fun things that like if I saw a kid wear it, I'd be like, I want that too. It looks so fun,
Yeah. The sparklies.
Yeah.
Yes.
We actually did. We did prototype that, Keiko.
Yeah.
But
in the disco baby.
Quite right. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's interesting. Yeah. No, it's really good to hear that like you're really taking the time to like develop it and like make it right and not just to like whip it out, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We also don't have the money to just whip things out, you know? Yeah.
Right.
That's
True, true.
Yeah.
That's so cool. Oh, there's some fans. Cool. Thank
Oh,
you so
Oh,
much.
Nestor.
Who is it? Who is
Nestor's
it?
oh, we
Nestor's
made
like one
friends
of
with
the
Nestor in
OG like
Mexico.
cuckoo team
And he-
members.
Ooh.
Yeah. He helped us out a lot going and picking stuff up at
Yeah.
factories and stuff for us, which was really
Oh,
sweet.
wow, wow.
Yeah.
Hi, Nestor.
Cool.
Hi, Nestor.
Oh, that's so cool. But thanks so much for taking the time. I feel like it's amazing to hear how you started the line. Oh, actually, I didn't even ask about the name. How did you come up with the name, Cuckoo? Is there a story behind that one?
We threw a
I
lot
think
of
we were
ideas
just kind of
out there.
shooting like, yeah, we were just
Yeah,
shooting
we were just
names
kind of-
out, but I think we wanted something that it was as easy like for a kid to say as like for an adult.
Oh,
You know, and something
ah.
that has like a repetitive like sound. It also
Yeah.
sounds like a cuckoo bird or like cooing of a child. And
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
cute.
it's actually
Cuckoo, it's
the
cute. It's like it has a ring to it,
Spanish
and
word for
Oh,
cuckoo, like a cuckoo clock. So it's also Spanish, which we, felt like it was in line with working with
Mexico.
Mexico
yeah.
in South
Yeah.
America. Yeah.
Cool. Really cool. I really look forward to seeing like what comes out next. So keep us
Thanks.
posted.
We have to make some sandals at Brooklyn Shoe Space.
Yes, we have
Please.
things that we've collected.
Yeah, we've like
Part of
so
what's
many
so
things we
much
have
fun is like collecting things along the travels that
Yeah.
we want to use.
We want to come
Yeah.
and do some prototyping.
Yes,
Yeah.
please.
Like a
do.
Made in New York series.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, do it,
Yeah.
do it. All right, sounds
Yeah.
good. Come and use the space. Let me know. I'm here.
Okay.
Sounds good. Well, thanks so much, guys. Like, so I know it's a little late, and get well too.
Thank you.
Yeah, and I look forward to seeing what you guys create next. And I'm gonna get on that daisy shoe.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Kika.
There's only
Yeah, it was good
27.
to catch
That's
up.
crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, and I've actually never heard like your backstory, so this is really fun to hear. Thanks.
Thank
All
you.
right,
Alrighty.
thanks so much.
Have
All
a
right,
good night.
Bye. Good night.
Bye.
Bye.